Hey everybody, welcome to Horsepower Empowerment Through Connection. I'm Elysia Buss, your host, and today we are here with the incredible Micheal Vaughn, a dear friend of mine, originally from Little Rock, Arkansas, now living in Austin, Texas. Micheal, thank you so much for being here today.
It's definitely a pleasure to be with you again. It was no trouble at all.
And so you have so many stories for us today. Should we start at the beginning? Way
Yes.
back in the beginning in Little Rock, Arkansas?
Yes, I would love to.
So tell me about your family. What was it like growing up in Little Rock? Little Rock is a beautiful area of the country. I've been through there a few times.
Well, in my family, I grew up, I was blessed enough. The doctors told me I wasn't going to be able to talk when I was born. That's what they told my family. Well, we see today they were obviously wrong.
Obviously wrong.
And there was several people in my life, in my corner, to help me through this journey. The first people I think about are my parents. They were really young when they had me. They were teenagers, and they took me and they raised me to be as strong as I could be. And then they showed me I could do anything I want. And then the biggest influence of this has to be my grandmother. My grandmother raised me, and she told me, even as a young boy, you might be disabled, but that doesn't mean you can't do anything for yourself. She told me I could do anything I wanted to if I put my mind to it. So I put this mentality into everything I did. That means going to school and elementary school and high school. I took it everywhere I went. And when people approached me, at first they were scared. But then over time, as I began to talk to them, they started to think, he's in a wheelchair and he talks more than I do. So they became my friend after that because I was also smart. And then they would take answers from me. They would ask me what's the answer to the question. So I made friends very quickly wherever I went. And I have my family thanks to them.
I believe that. I mean, you and I became friends very quickly. And I mean, I talk a lot. And honestly, Micheal, I think you might talk even more than I do. And that is quite enough. Oh, so much love.
But also, I also have to thank my other grandmother. She's not with us anymore. She passed away a few years ago. But I was her first grandchild. And see, my grandparents taught me religion and what God was. So I've always had faith in that. And I've always believed in myself because I had God and my family. So it was very easy for me to make friends because I had faith and I believed that I could do anything.
Yeah. Anything at all.
Yes. And that's what I have a mentality of I could do anything I want, even though I can't walk. See, people think just because I can't walk, I can't do anything for myself. But growing up in the family I grew up in, they made me do things for myself. I had to learn how to be able to speak for myself and to ask for what I wanted. And to get what I want, I had to ask multiple times. And I had to be very respectful while doing it. They taught me respect and love. So therefore, I respect everybody I encounter. I try to take the lessons that my uncle taught me, which where me and my uncle are 2 years apart. He is my best friend. Freddie J. Fulton is his name. He is very important to me in my life. That young man has taught me so much in my life. Miss Elysia, that is one of the main reasons you have the friend you have. Because growing up with him, he pulled no punches. He didn't give me no breaks. He didn't feel sorry for me. He did not do anything he wouldn't do for himself. He told me, if I could do it, you could do it. And so I took that. And that's why you have what you have now. Because of people like him.
I'm grateful for him and for you.
Yes.
And all that you are sharing. You used a specific word that I just loved when you spoke at the Global Men's Summit in January. Do you remember what it was?
Remind me, please.
You said that you are limitless.
Yes. And that's how I feel. That's how I always felt. My body might not work the same way as other people, but it's nothing in this world that I feel that I can't do. Just because I can't walk doesn't mean I can't do anything. Miss Elysia, one of my favorite things to do in the world is to listen to music. And one of the people I look up to mostly in this world is Kendrick Lamar. And the reason why I love him so much is because he's an artist that believes in all kinds of people. So he made me believe in myself by listening to his music. It doesn't matter to him what you look like, what you have been through in your life, and what you have gone through in your life. He sees you as a regular person, and he tries to motivate you. So I take that with me, even now.
I love that. Now, you have another really fantastic story about music having to do with your lovely girlfriend that you've had for 5 years.
Yeah, I knew that was coming.
That story?
I knew that was coming. Yes, I do. And I want to say this as well. I want people to understand, I did not like Taylor Swift at all 5 years ago. At all. None. I did not listen to none of her music at all. I'm being completely honest right now.
I know.
But dealing with her, you have to like Taylor Swift. It is a requirement. It is not a choice. I can remember the first time we ever met. She looked at me and she said, if you don't like Taylor Swift, we can't get along.
And she
I looked at her and I laughed, but she was very serious.
Very serious.
And after that day, she had a show coming to Austin around my birthday, October 22nd. And my girlfriend called me and she asked, she was sad that day because she had got purple Windex on a poster of Taylor Swift and she cried tears. And I remember telling her it's okay. But what I did not understand was it wasn't okay to her. She yelled at me that day and said, it's not okay. I got purple Windex on my poster. I'm really sad.
You have to honor what everybody's experiencing.
I know, but after that day, I made up in my mind I wanted to get her tickets to that concert when she did the Circuit of Americas. And we did that day. We were a part of 80,000 people that day. And that was one of the loudest, happiest concerts I've ever been to in my entire life.
That's beautiful. I just love that. And you got a new poster out of that, I imagine.
Yeah, she did. And I've even had to buy Taylor Swift albums. She's talked to me so much about Taylor Swift. It is ridiculous.
So do you like Taylor Swift now?
Yes.
And your girlfriend, she also has cerebral palsy, is that right?
Yes. Yes. But she is absolutely, she is one of the most tremendous people I know. She inspires me more than she knows. In fact, I'm about to start a organization in part for people with disabilities and for her to, because I want her to feel like she can be a part of something and something that's good. I want to make a difference and show people that disabled people can live lives too. We just live lives a little differently than others.
Yeah.
But we're the same.
Yeah. And you're doing something else. You just got a new job, right? With
Yes. I'm a very busy man.
You are a very busy man. It is true.
I am also going to start a job working with the Texas government, and I will be working on the disability side of things, helping people with disabilities in Texas have better lives. We will be pushing bills through and trying to make Texas a better place. The organization is called Parent to Parent. I'm very excited to join them on their ventures.
That's fantastic. Well done, Michael.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. And then you had something else really cool that you were trying to put together. Do you want to talk to them about the nonprofit that you're wanting to create?
Yes. The nonprofit I want to create is called A World That Loves. And what I want to do with it, I want it to be several different parts. I want it to have recreational centers, a drug and alcohol center, and a theme park part of the organization. And I'm thinking of several different things because I want people to see that we can all exist in one world. We just have to come together as people. I don't want disabled individuals to feel like outsiders anymore. I want to bring us all together as a community, and I want everyone to feel welcome. And I welcome everyone in my organization, able-bodied or disabled. It does not matter.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much for that, Michael. I believe you had told me before something about riding horses at your nonprofit, as well as the nonprofit you currently get to engage with as a client.
Yes. Yes. Open my world.
Yeah.
Open my world is like my extended horse family. Those people mean so much to me. I wish we had more time because I would go down the list to tell you how much each and every person means to me. But that organization was started by Miss Donna. She was a special needs teacher that had a love for horses. Me and her created a bond instantly when I got there. Miss Elysia, the first time I rode a horse, I cried, tears. We did not make it around the barn. But now, you can't get me off of a horse.
Why were you crying in the beginning?
Because it hurts so much.
It physically hurt your body?
Yes. Because of the pain I was going through.
Yeah. Were you scared when you first started to ride the horses?
Oh, no. No, I was never afraid. Because I rode a horse one time previously back in elementary school. They brought a horse to the elementary school for me to ride.
That's pretty cool.
So I've never been afraid of horses or animals. I love animals, and I love riding horses. It means a lot to me, and that's why I want to create my own horse back ranch, because I want more people in general to have the opportunity to do those things. I want to get a chance for people to experience what I have experienced in my life. So that's what that part of the organization will be for.
How did working with the horses help you?
Helped me so much. It taught me how to be patient, and it taught me how to just enjoy the process of doing things, because it opened my world. They have me doing so much, and other clients, they want you to succeed so much. They challenge you in ways you've never been challenged before, and that's the part I really enjoy. Every time I go there, I have to meet a new challenge, no matter what it is.
Yeah. I feel like you never back down from challenges, Michael. That's one of the things that's super impressive.
I have a mentality of a sports athlete. I love sports completely. I am the ultimate sports junkie. I can remember things and stats and.
All right, so who's your favorite team? Like, what's your favorite sport? Who's your favorite team? Favorite player? Like, let's get down to it.
Favorite team, Philadelphia Eagles.
All right, all right.
I fell in love with them in 1999, and then I really started watching them in 2000 when they had Donovan McNabb. He was the first quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles I fell in love with. And then they also had Brian Dawkins and Jeremiah Trotter and all those guys. So I could go way back with the Philadelphia Eagles, many years. And I absolutely despise the Dallas Cowboys. In a sense that I cannot stand the Dallas Cowboys. Miss Elysia, you want to know something funny?
I do.
Everybody in my family besides me and my grandmother and my uncle are either Cowboy fans or 49ers fans.
How do you even talk to them? I mean, like, honestly.
Miss Elysia, if you knew how much I have fun, because you see, they haven't won a title in 26 years, and I remember these things, so I let every Cowboy fan I know have it every single time.
It's so funny.
I don't give them no breaks. They hate talking to me because they know I'm gonna bring up the old stats and old games. I remember games like the back of my hand. I remember specific plays of specific games. That is how much I love football.
That's fantastic. You should just be over there being like one of the commentators.
I can be one. They get on my nerves sometimes.
Somebody just needs to give you like a mic and be at the house.
Yes.
And during the commercial, so this just happened, and so Jake LaRue was piping in saying he was really excited to get to talk to you about the horses. You remember Jake from the Global Men's Summit?
Oh yes.
And he says that you are a warrior, brother. And he's like, whoop, screw the Cowboys. Cowboys are hated in his house.
I agree
so
with
you're
him.
good company there.
But my favorite player is not in football, actually. My favorite player, period, is LeBron James. I follow LeBron ever since he came out of high school. I remember when he came out of St. Vincent, St. Mary's, and he played his first game. And I've been a LeBron James fan ever since. When he was 18, he impacted my life in ways he would never know. I look up to that man, and I have almost seen every playoff game he's ever played in.
That's pretty cool. How are some of the ways he impacted your life?
Well, one way, he has a mentality off the court to impact people and people in his community. So I look at that and I see that as inspiration. I look at him and Kendrick Lamar, and those are my two heroes when it comes to not just the music or the sports, because they do it not only behind the music and off, they do it behind the music and off the court. So I admire that very much.
That's cool. Do you have any movie stars that you love watching that really inspire you?
Will Smith, Jamie Foxx. Ray is like my favorite movie of all time because of the story of Ray and how he impacted music, and seeing him act as Ray on the screen was absolutely tremendous. The places he went, it was super special. And my last one would have to be probably Denzel Washington. He would have to be my favorite actor.
Yeah.
I enjoy him very much. I followed him his whole career. My grandmother loves him. So we were kind of forced to go to see Denzel movies, but as we got older, it became a family tradition to go see Denzel's new movie. So after a while.
Now, which grandma was this? Was this the grandma that you went on roller coasters with? That she eventually was just like, I'm done with roller coasters. Like, y'all are crazy. Like, you can go on roller coasters, but I'm having no more of that.
Yeah. my grandmother, Alice Ford, she is the lady that did that. She inspired me to do any and everything I wanted. I was 3.5 pounds as a baby, and she would come to the doctor every day and get me off the incubator and try to hold me. She would get in trouble with the doctors because the doctors would tell her, you're not supposed to be in here. But the nurses would let her in there, and she would just love on me and try to do the best she could. And then she would go to work.
She sounds like a really lovely woman.
She is.
Sounds like you have a really great family.
Oh yeah. I love everyone in my family. The people, you will find out later how many people have truly impacted me. I will give you quick stories about all of them, but I love them all.
Well, and they must be just remarkable human beings in general to have helped create such an incredible, loving, inclusive human being as yourself.
Yes, they molded me.
And you're also working together with your family, with Willie and your uncle as well, because you guys are trying to create a film company. Is that right?
Oh, yes. And this has been really a childhood dream of ours, because what we want to do, we want to bring the light to filmmaking, and we want to give everybody a chance to succeed, to tell their stories. And we really have a passion for this, and we really love doing this. We watch movies and shows all the time, and we critique them, and we try to do the best we can. My uncle is even an actor. He's in New York right now. He graduated from Columbia University. He's very smart and very brilliant. And
That's fantastic. And then Freddie Fulton, he says, "I love you too, Micheal Vaughn." Is that one of your uncles?
Yeah, that is the person I'm talking about.
I thought that might be him. Hey, Freddie.
He is my brother. I don't see him as my uncle. I see him as my brother. Because, you see, we have this connection like nobody else. He could literally sleep in the bed with me and we'll be okay. He's been right by my side at the very beginning of my life.
That's beautiful. And then Willie too, you've told me before, he's more like a brother.
Oh yeah. I've known Willie for a long time.
And a frame of reference for our audience, Willie helps as a caretaker, correct?
Yes. He is one of my caretakers, and we just we met about 16 years ago, almost 17 now, and Willie first, he actually almost scared me when I was younger because his voice was so deep. I was afraid of him.
Oh.
And I didn't know how to react to him. But as we went along, he became a brother to me because as I was living in Texas and when I would go back to Arkansas, he would come by the house and he would do things with me when he had time. He would even come get me out the car if he knew I was there. And we would just hang out and have fun doing that. I had 5 friends growing up that you will find out about at the end of this. they really, those people I owe a lot to. They impacted me so much, so much, and I love them all.
That's wonderful. What are some things that you would like to share with like the world at large about people with disabilities or just any other messages?
I think people with disabilities, I think we get the wrong perception. And what I mean by that is, just because we can't talk or walk doesn't mean we're not human. And doesn't mean we can't do anything. It just means we do things differently than other people. That is all that means. We might be a little different, but you don't have to treat us like we are not human. I want to be treated like a human. That is the whole point of this. I want to create a world where people could be treated as people and not disabled.
Yeah, and to have people speak to you directly and not just your caretakers, right?
Right, correct. Because I would talk to you. If you want me to talk to you, I will talk to you without any trouble. Like you said, some people say I talk too much.
It's funny. You're a funny guy. Michael, what's your favorite joke?
We would have to have a whole new segment just for that.
A whole new segment for jokes?
Yes, because me and my family joke all the time.
I love jokes.
But it's in love. It's because they don't treat me as a disabled person. They truly love me and they love who I am. So they treat me as such.
Michael, your video's off, buddy.
Yeah, his phone is telling me low battery. Hold on.
Low battery.
It's okay.
There we go. Willie's come to save the day. We're all good.
But yeah, it's my family is truly special to me, and they are the reason why I am the way I am, because they inspire me to be better every day, not just today, every day. And they want to see me succeed in everything I do.
That's beautiful. I hope that over the course of time that more people can learn from your family and they can become more like your family, because that's the kind of support and inspiration that hopefully we can all have in our communities and our families.
That is what the goal is.
Yeah,
and
thank you.
Yes.
Jake, on a side note, wants to ask you what your Super Bowl pick is if it's the Chiefs or the Buccaneers. This is a very important question. I mean,
Jake, that is I'm gonna answer that question honestly, and that's a toss up to me because you got two great quarterbacks going against each other, and you never know what's gonna happen in that game. It's a very weird and unpredictable game, so you can have your choices, but that doesn't mean it's gonna work out.
I mean, like, what are the stats here? What are we looking at? You know, like.
I could throw the stats out, but that still might not work. Because people, I mean, two great teams and two motivated teams, so
nope, it ain't gonna work.
I don't know.
Man, Michael, I was really hoping for like some in-depth reasoning on like which one of these teams I'm supposed to be betting on. I mean, how am I supposed to make my choices if you don't give me my stats?
Because I can't make the choice. I could throw all the stats out to you, but it still would be difficult for me to do.
All right, I'm gonna let you off the hook this one time. All right, but if I lose on my Super Bowl picks, I don't know. We need to have a conversation about this.
Can you give me a couple more days to think about it?
I don't know, Jake. Is that what are your bets, my friend? Jake says that's fair. He's going to DM you on this information. Okay, so just prepare yourself mentally.
I will.
You're gonna need all the statistics. Jake is a wonderful human being. We love him too. He's a good horse person.
No, horse not long enough.
Willie, we can still hear you.
Yes, I'm still here. Yes. I gotta get ready to go to work.
Willie's trying so hard to be supportive, do all the right things. He's being a good sport. If Michael, is your phone going to die? We might need to wind up. Oh, Jake says he's going for the Chiefs because he hates Tom Brady.
I agree with Jake.
Why do you hate Tom
Willie
Brady?
agrees with Jake. I mean, could go a long road. See, like, I'm so out of it that I just didn't even realize that he wasn't with the Patriots anymore. Like, I felt like I had heard something vaguely about him being traded, but I don't know. I feel like we're getting off track.
Yeah. He's with the Bucks now.
He's with the Bucks now. Well, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel like there's a bad joke in there. Like, the Buccaneers are supposed to be pirates, right? And pirates steal things. And supposedly, like, you know, he stole the other, like, game.
Why you do that?
You know, like.
Why you do it? Why you do that?
I like to stir the pot sometimes. I get a little mischievous. I can't be perfect and nice all the time. Come on, you know.
That wasn't right. That was wrong.
Jake says, and he's a Saints fan. I don't know what we're gonna do with him here, Mike.
Who that? Yes, Jake is my favorite person right now. Yes.
Jake, you've got Willie's vote here.
Yes, who that?
And we'll have to do like a separate Zoom call for all of the ladies and gents and everybody out there that wants to have a conversation about the Super Bowl.
Yes.
Get like a calendar, like some sort of like betting pool or something. Unless you don't like betting, and then you can just like have them in a pool or something. I don't know.
I think that would be fun.
Miss Elysia, how is this?
It's terrible. I can't see much.
I know, y'all. I'm looking at it. I'm like, never mind.
See, those of you watching too, this is like life. This is how we like to have. We just like to have fun, you know, because life is not always about like things being perfect. This is a beautiful experience of like how you just kind of have grace and go with the flow, and everything's like a-okay. Because it's all about perspective. And I know about all y'all out there, but I can always use a little bit more levity and laughter in my life.
Yes.
So, Willie, I feel like we're almost going to be able to do some palm reading on you with that angle.
Yes, I know it.
Michael's having fun too.
Yes. Yeah.
What did you do with your hand?
Oh, this is just a brace. I'm okay.
You're okay?
I just have it in a brace to open it a little bit more, but I'm okay.
I'm glad you're okay, my friend. Willie, are you leaving us?
Yes, I'm about to get ready to go to work.
Willie, do you have anything that you want to chip in about experiencing life? Anything inspirational? Anything you think people should know about like working with people with disabilities, like being a person of color and being more supportive?
Yes, I think people need to actually be patient with them, because sometimes it does take a lot. It does, but we have to also understand, like he said, they are people as well, and they can't do some of the things that we can do. And so I think that, especially for me, because this is my first time actually ever doing this, so it was a learning curve for me to be like, oh, do this, and then he would be like, it would be difficult for him. So I'm like, oh, you have to work on this, and I have to learn to be patient enough to be like, oh, well, I gotta wait on him to actually learn this. Yeah. And so, yeah, it's been almost 6 years now, and we getting it. So, and I just think people need to practice patience and kindness, and it'll be good.
No, that's really beautiful. Are there any things that you run across that are difficult as a person of color?
As far as in the
just as far as like, well, like really anything in life that you would want to talk to the public about, but in regards to being connected with Michael and you guys, just anything that you come across.
Not with him, but just being a person of color and coming from the quote unquote hip hop generation, the way that we dress is sometimes be perceived as thuggish and things of that nature. And I'm like, we just wearing clothes that we're comfortable with.
Yeah.
And so a lot of times, like I used to wear do-rags a lot. And so my mom, she used to be like, boy, take that off your head when you going places, because I'm like, Mama, but then getting out there and seeing how people would just hold on to something without not even knowing me. And I'm like, oh, so this is what this is. Yeah. You're automatically saying. That's one of the reasons why I also wanted to get into the film industry, is to change their perspective in the media, because a lot of times that's where people get their first glimpse of another race in.
Yeah.
So I'm like, we need more positive images out there of us.
Yeah. No, that.
Do you see why I love the people around me?
Yeah, Willie's a great guy. Willie, I really appreciate you sharing that with the audience. And I also really appreciate what you're trying to do with creating your film company with Freddie and Michael, so that you can change public perspectives on all those different aspects of what you see and experience in life.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, we can't keep him too long, folks. The man's got to run to work.
Yeah, gotta go to work.
Change into the guard.
Yeah.
All right, my friend.
All right, Miss Lisa. Talk to you later.
Talk to you soon, buddy. So Michael, my dear friend,
Yes.
was there anything else that you would like to share about your journey with the public, and anything else inspiring?
Well, I want people to understand this.
No.
When they see me, I want them to realize I'm just a 27-year-old man trying to make it through the world the best way I can. Don't treat me any different because of my disability, because I might call you out on it and you might be surprised.
You're such a great human, Michael. I appreciate you.
Miss Elysia, over these last few weeks, you know how much I appreciate you. So I thank you for this platform. You guys, if I can say this briefly, this woman has changed my life completely. The Men's Summit 2 weeks ago made me start working for myself. Her believing in me was one of the greatest things I've ever experienced in my life. She is one of the most incredible people I know. And what she does for people is truly incredible. So I ask you, if you're not our Facebook friend, or if you don't have this woman on your list, put her on your list, because she deserves it. We need more people like you in the world.
Thank you, Michael. That's incredibly sweet of you to share with everybody and to tell me. I appreciate you.
And you know how much I mean it too.
I do know how much you mean it. Thank you, my friend.
Yes.
It's very kind.
I want good people to get all the opportunities in the world that they deserve.
Hear, hear, my friend.
It is time for people to get the opportunities that they want, and stop looking down on people just because of what they look like or what background they come from. We have to change the world for the better, because if we don't do it, who else will?
That's right. That's right. We all have to do our part as individuals.
Yes.
Be kind and do our best to help others with authenticity and grace.
Yeah. And you guys will be seeing me a lot more. It's a lot of stuff we have planned, so I'm up to something. So
yeah, look out, world. He's coming. He's coming for your world. He's gonna change you.
I'm gonna enjoy it too.
All right, my friend, before we wrap up, is there anyone else in the world who inspires you that you would like to give a shout out to?
I want to name about 10 people.
You got it. Go for it, buddy.
These 10 people are very important to me. The first person is my mother, Elysia Vaughn. I love you with all my heart. She is one of my biggest supporters and biggest inspirations in the world. Next will have to be my father, Michael Vaughn Sr. I'm a junior, but what they created through me was very special.
I agree with that.
Then it will have to be my grandmother, Alice Marie Fortin. She is inspirational to me because what she's done for me in my life and the young man she helped raise is still that same grateful person. Next will have to be my uncle, Freddie J. He's been my best friend. He's been the one to tell me I could do anything in the world. He's played video games with me. We've played Foxx. He's threw me around. He's not seen me as a disabled human being. He just sees me as a human being, and he tells me that as much as he can, and I love him for it. Next would have to be Willie. He's my other best friend, and I love him for what he sacrificed for me and what he's taught me as an individual. And then after that, will have to be my friend Jeremy Williams. He's a school teacher, and he teaches people and students in Arkansas. He's been very inspirational to me because he has achieved his dreams, and one day he hopes to be a principal. And then it would have to be my Uncle Thomas. My Uncle Thomas is very important to me because he is one of the main reasons why I'm a motivational speaker now. He lives in California, and he taught me I could do anything I want. And he also showed me Reverend T.D. Jakes, and that inspired me to become a speaker. That moment is the reason why I am the way I am. Next will have to be my Uncle Kevin. He along with my Uncle Jay, he's my other grandmother's son. He inspired me so much because he didn't see me as disabled either. He would treat me just as normal as anybody else. Next will have to be my one of my best friends in the world, Eric. He's my recreational therapist. He takes me all over Austin. We do everything together. We've been to concerts. We've been to all kinds of different places. We like to go out to eat and do different things. He's another person that shows me there's no limits to what I could do. And then my last person would have to be probably my grandmother, Ellen. She's gone now, but what she taught me as a young boy, I still carry, and she always believed in me. And I was her first grandbaby, so we had a very special connection.
Yeah.
She was a cook. She cooked for President Clinton when he was the governor of Arkansas.
In Hot Springs, Arkansas.
Yes.
Right? That's a beautiful place. Everybody should go there.
He would come to her establishment just to eat.
That's cool.
She was a tremendous person. And I'm doing this in part for her too, because she just wanted the best for me as a young boy. I wish I could name more people, but we don't have enough time. There's
more?
There's so many people.
So many more? You can give a shout out.
No, I don't want to go over time, or if we do this again, I would let you in on more people, because it's so many impactful people along with me on this journey. I can't name them all, but they all mean something to me, and they know who they are. So when I speak of these people, they know who they are, and they know what they mean. Because without these people and without God, I would not be who I am.
Yeah. Micheal, thank you so much for everything that you have shared today, and your beautiful heart, and your incredible spirit, and your amazing family, who have been such incredible role models for the world through this and your actions and how you're going to change the world. So by default, every person that has inspired you and supported you through that action creates a beautiful ripple in the world for every person that you will get to impact throughout time. So
Yes.
thank you for all of those people, each and every one, who've actively made a difference.
Yes, I agree. And like I said, they know who they are, although I didn't name them.
Indeed. Well, ladies, gentlemen, everyone out there in the world watching this now and later, thank you so much for watching. We greatly appreciate your time and your support. And until next time, goodbye.
Bye-bye.